Heartland fans, the moment we've all been waiting for is finally here. After years of heartbreak, unanswered questions, and emotional turmoil, Borden has returned. But the question on everyone's mind is, how? How is he alive after everything Amy and her family have endured? And what does his return mean for Amy, Lindy, and the future of Heartland? Today on Heartland. Today, we're diving deep into this jaw-dropping event. Ty's shocking reappearance, Amy's emotional reaction, Lindy's heart-stopping response, and the way the entire Heartland family processes this life-altering moment. Stick with me, because you won't want to miss a second of this heart-wrenching reunion. And if you love Heartland as much as I do, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Heartland Today for more updates, breakdowns, and recaps of your favorite show. The morning at Heartland Ranch begins like any other. The sun rises over the vast Alberta landscape, casting a golden glow across the rolling hills and horse pastures. Birds chirp softly, the trees rustle gently in the breeze, and the earthy scent of fresh hay and leather fills the barn. Amy Fleming, as she has for years, finds solace in tending to her horses. She runs a brush through Spartan's mane, the rhythmic strokes almost meditative. Yet despite the tranquility of the morning, something feels off. There's a quiet, unnerving stillness in the air, as though the ranch itself is holding its breath. Amy pauses mid-motion, a frown forming as a strange sense of anticipation settles in her chest. Suddenly, Spartan lifts his head abruptly, ears perked, nostrils flaring, sensing something from afar. Amy feels her heartbeat quicken. Her fingers grip the brush tightly. For years, she has lived without Ty, the man who understood her better than anyone else. She has convinced herself she's moved on, that she is strong enough to face life without him. Yet moments like this creep in unexpectedly, shadows reminding her of everything she's lost. Then she hears it, a faint sound in the distance. At first, it blends with the natural sounds of the ranch, but within seconds it grows louder. Amy's breath catches. Part of her refuses to turn, afraid it might be nothing more than an illusion, another cruel trick her mind is playing. But the sound becomes impossible to ignore. Slowly, she turns, and there, riding through the morning light, is a lone figure on horseback. The golden hue of the sunrise casts a soft glow around the rider, making his features hard to distinguish. Amy's hands start to tremble. She blinks rapidly, trying to clear her vision. No, it can't be. Her heart pounds violently in her chest. She takes an unsteady step forward, legs weak beneath her, as the figure draws closer. The silhouette becomes unmistakable. The way he sits in the saddle, the ease in his posture, the look in his eyes. It's unmistakably him. Amy's breathing quickens, her hands clenching at her sides. Reality crashes down on her like a tidal wave. It's Ty Borden. She doesn't know how or why, but somehow he's here. Tears blur her vision as she runs toward him, faster than she's ever moved before. Ty barely has time to dismount before Amy crashes into him, wrapping her arms around him so tightly it almost knocks him off balance. She sobs against his chest, clutching him as though afraid he might vanish. Her fingers dig into his jacket, her body shaking uncontrollably. Ty instinctively wraps his arms around her, trembling, burying his face in her hair, whispering the only words that matter. "I'm here, Amy. I'm here." In that moment, the world ceases to exist around them. It's just the two of them, reunited in an embrace neither thought would ever happen again. Amy's tears soak his shirt, her chest rising and falling with ragged breaths. For a long moment, she can't even speak. Her mind races with questions, but none of them matter right now. He's real, he's warm, and he's alive. Ty tightens his hold, as though he's afraid this is a dream. He presses his forehead to hers, voice shaky, whispering, "I never stopped thinking about you." A small voice cuts through the moment. "Daddy?" Amy stiffens and turns toward the sound. Lindy, their daughter, stands in the doorway, hands gripping the wooden frame, eyes wide with awe and hesitation. Years of absence and unanswered questions cloud her gaze, but something in her recognizes him. "Are you really my daddy?" she asks, voice trembling. Ty's body softens instantly, knees buckling slightly as he drops to the ground, arms open wide. "Yes, baby girl," he chokes out, voice thick with emotion. "I'm your daddy." Lindy runs to him without hesitation. Ty catches her, pulling her into his chest, face crumpled as years of missed moments crash over him. His hands tremble as he strokes her hair, whispering through broken breaths. "I love you so much, Lindy. I've loved you from the moment you were born." Ty Borden's return is nothing short of miraculous, and the emotional ripples extend far beyond Amy and Lindy. The rest of the Heartland family feels the weight of his reappearance in their own deeply personal ways. Fleming steps out onto the porch, a woman usually grounded in logic and control. She's meticulous, organized, and thrives on keeping the family running smoothly. Yet the moment she sees Amy's voice crack, watches Lindy run into Ty's arms, and finally lays eyes on him herself, her entire world tilts. Her breath catches. For a heartbeat, she can barely process reality. The man who has haunted their hearts and memories is standing before her, alive and breathing. Lou's hands tremble, her chest tightens, and her heart races so fast she can feel it in her throat. Years of grief, anger, disbelief, and joy crash over her in an instant. She grips the doorframe for support, fighting to hold herself together. She had spent years picking up the pieces of the family Ty's absence left behind, and now he's just here. Her mind can't keep up with the flood of emotion. Ty notices her hesitation. His expression is a mixture of sorrow, regret, and silent pleading. He knows the damage his disappearance caused, the pain that lingered in their hearts. Lou's lips part as if to speak, but no words emerge. Before she even realizes it, she's moving. She runs toward him, throwing her arms around him in a release of years of grief, love, and anger. Her body shakes against his, sobs spilling uncontrollably as she whispers through her tears, How is this happening?" Ty holds her tightly, guilt and love blending in his voice as he murmurs, "I never wanted to leave, Lou. I swear." She pulls back just enough to look him in the eyes, blurred by tears but brimming with emotion. "You broke us, Ty. Do you know how much you broke us?" His throat tightens. He does know, and he will spend the rest of his life making it right. Meanwhile, Jack Bartlett, the unwavering rock of the Heartland family, stands gripping the porch railing. Strong, silent, and usually unreadable, Jack has endured heartbreak, loss, and challenges that could have broken a lesser man. But now, as he sees Ty standing before him, his heart pounds, his chest tightens. And for the first time in years, Jack feels uncertain, vulnerable. For decades, Jack has mentored Ty, guided him, and treated him like a son. Watching him grow from a troubled young man into Amy's partner and Lindy's father, Jack had thought he would never see him again. Yet here he is. Words fail him, but he doesn't need them. With a few determined strides, he closes the distance and pulls Ty into the tightest embrace he's given in years. His breath is shaky, eyes closed, finally allowing himself to feel the flood of relief, gratitude, and lingering heartbreak. Ty stiffens briefly, surprised by this raw display. Jack Bartlett is rarely so overt with affection. But as the older man's grip tightens, his own emotions spill over. He clutches Jack, voice breaking, whispering, "I'm so sorry, Jack." Jack shakes his head against Ty's shoulder, voice raw. "Don't you ever do that again, son." In that embrace, Ty realizes he is finally home. Georgie arrives moments later, hands flying to her mouth, body freezing as she stares in disbelief. Ty. Standing in front of her, alive. Her heart pounds against her ribs, her breathing uneven. She had spent so many nights wishing he could witness her growth, her accomplishments, her journey into the person she's become. Now, he's here. Ty turns to her, voice breaking as he says, "Georgie." And just like that, she collapses into his arms, sobbing with the release of years of longing and uncertainty. Tim Fleming, never a man to openly express emotion, watches silently. For years, he doubted Ty's worthiness, questioned whether he could truly care for Amy and Lindy. But he also came to love and respect him as part of the family. Seeing Ty hold his loved ones, feeling the raw honesty of this moment, something inside Tim cracks. His hands shake slightly, jaw tight, but he steps forward. No anger, no harsh words, just a tight, grounding hug. "Damn it, kid," Tim mutters, voice rough. "You sure took your time coming home." For the first time in years, Tim allows the tears he's held back to fall freely, letting the raw relief wash over him. Finally, Amy and Ty find themselves beneath the old oak tree, the place where so many memories of their love and life together were made. Amy's voice is small and shaky as she asks the question that has haunted her for years. How? Ty takes a deep breath, fists clenching as he responds, voice trembling. "I never wanted to leave you, Amy, but I had no choice." Confusion, pain, and disbelief cross her face. "I watched you die. I buried you," she whispers. Ty steps closer, voice cracking. "What you saw wasn't the full truth. I was shot. I was dying. But at the last second, there was a way to save me. The only problem, I had to disappear." Amy gasps, disbelief and shock gripping her. "Disappear? They faked your death?" Ty nods, tears in his eyes. "It was to protect you." "To protect Lindy. The people who shot me, they weren't finished." Amy shakes her head, voice rising, anguish in every syllable. "Do you have any idea what I went through? What Lindy went through?" Ty's voice breaks. "Every day, Amy. Every single day I wished I could come back." Silence stretches between them. Finally, Amy whispers, "I don't know if I can forgive you yet." Ty's lips tremble, forming a small, hopeful smile. "Then that's enough for now." Ty Borden's return to Heartland isn't just a reunion. It's about rebuilding trust, love, and healing the wounds of the past. But questions remain. Can Amy forgive him? Can Ty adjust to life after being gone for so long? And what does his return mean for the future of Heartland? The story of Ty Borden's return isn't just about reunion. It's about the journey of healing, rediscovery, and hope for the entire Heartland family. Every character has been touched by his absence, and now, each must navigate the overwhelming emotions his presence stirs. After Ty explains the truth of his disappearance to Amy under the old oak tree, the weight of the past begins to lift, replaced by cautious hope. Amy listens, tears still glistening in her eyes, as Ty shares his regret, sorrow, and unwavering love for her. Every word he speaks carries the promise of a future together, a life reclaimed after years of separation. This moment is also transformative for Lindy. She watches her parents reconnect, absorbing the reality that her father, someone she has only known through stories and pictures, is finally here, alive, and ready to be a part of her life. Her wide eyes and tentative steps toward him capture the innocence, wonder, and trust that children naturally offer when love is restored. Ty's gentle embrace reassures her, creating a memory that will shape her understanding of family and unconditional love forever. Meanwhile, Lou, Jack, Georgie, and Tim continue to process the miracle in their own ways. Lou's tears of relief blend with gratitude, acknowledging the years of pain now tempered by the possibility of joy. Jack, ever the stoic protector, feels a sense of closure and pride. He sees the family he fought to keep together finally reunited and allows himself to feel joy without restraint. Georgie, whose journey has been one of resilience and growth, experiences quiet reverence and gratitude, recognizing the profound impact Ty has had on her life, even in absence. Tim, whose love is often unspoken, finally lets go of the lingering frustration and sorrow, embracing Ty as both a family member and a man who has shown commitment and love. Every reaction intertwines, creating a tapestry of emotion that reflects the core values of Heartland: family, love, forgiveness, and resilience. The series has always emphasized that relationships require effort, patience, and understanding. Ty's return embodies that principle, showing that even in the face of extraordinary challenges, love and dedication can restore what was once broken. The cinematography of this episode reinforces these themes. The golden sunrise over the ranch, the quiet rustle of the trees, and the lingering shots of embraces and tear-filled eyes all serve to amplify the emotional gravity of the reunion. Each frame is carefully crafted, allowing the audience to feel the weight of lost time, the tenderness of reconnection, and the fragility of second chances. Amy and Ty's final moments beneath the oak tree exemplify the healing process. Amy's lingering doubt, tempered by Ty's honesty and vulnerability, shows that trust must be rebuilt gradually. Their conversation isn't just about reconciling the past, it's about envisioning a future where pain doesn't define their story, where they can reclaim the love that was once interrupted. Ty's reassurance, his gentle acknowledgement of her grief, and his commitment to Lindy all work together to illustrate that redemption and renewal are possible, even after years of loss. This episode also highlights the importance of family unity. Ty's return affects each member differently, yet collectively, it strengthens their bond. They have each endured hardship, grief, and uncertainty. Now, their shared joy, tears, and relief create a renewed sense of purpose, reminding viewers why Heartland has remained such a beloved series. It portrays the complexity of life, the power of love, and the resilience of family. As the episode draws to a close, the Heartland family gathers, united under the warm glow of the morning sun. Ty's presence is no longer a shocking anomaly. It is a tangible part of their shared reality, a promise that love endures despite separation and hardship. The family's interactions, glances, and embraces communicate what words alone cannot: that they are stronger together, that forgiveness is possible, and that the bonds of family can survive even the most extraordinary challenges. This powerful reunion serves as a reminder that Heartland isn't just about ranch life or horses, it's about the human connections that define us, the relationships that anchor us, and the hope that keeps us moving forward. Ty's return is the ultimate expression of these themes. It celebrates second chances, showcases the strength of enduring love, and reminds us that the heart can heal when given time, patience, and understanding. For viewers, this episode is cathartic. It validates long-held hopes, rewards loyalty, and delivers emotional closure. Amy and Ty's journey is a testament to enduring love. Lindy's reactions highlight the innocence and wonder of reconnecting with a parent, and the family's collective response underscores the importance of support, forgiveness, and unity. Now it's your turn to reflect. Which moment touched you the most? The tearful embrace between Amy and Ty, Lindy's hesitant yet joyful reunion with her father, Lou's emotional breakdown, Jack's silent but profound relief, or Tim's rare display of vulnerability? Share your thoughts in the comments below. I love reading each and every one of them. If you enjoyed this emotional breakdown and want more Heartland updates, recaps, and deep dives, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for Heartland today. This is Amelia, and thank you for joining me on this journey through one of the most unforgettable episodes in Heartland history. Until next time, keep believing in the power of love, family, and second chances, just like Heartland has always taught us.